Welcome to part 3 of the Collaborative Leadership Learning module. In this portion of our learning series, we are going to talk specifically about collaborative leaders. Our guiding question for the next 2 parts of our learning series is, what do collaborative leaders and governance structures look like? We are going to discuss and reflect on the characteristics and mindset of collaborative leaders first. And we want to point out that when we discuss collaborative leaders in the context of community schools, we are talking about your district leaders and administrators, but we're also talking about your teacher leaders, parents, students, and community representatives. In a community school, everyone has a say and a stake in the progress of your school site. And it starts with your school administrators shifting towards collaborative leadership mindsets and creating spaces for all stakeholders to feel ownership and investment. Peter DeWitt describes 4 different types of leaders in his work using this 4-quadrant model to show the relationship between a leader's value of performance and partnership. Someone who has a low value of partnership and performance, he describes as bystanders, while someone with a high value of both performance and partnership, he describes as collaborative or collaborators. High partnership and low performance, he refers to as negotiators, and someone who values performance but not partnership, he describes as regulators. We're going to talk a little bit more about the characteristics of each of these types of leaders. As we do, I want you to consider what might be the pros and cons to each of these leadership styles. You may also consider what others might say about you most consistently as you reflect on yourself as a leader. So again, bystanders, we're referring to leaders that have a low value of partnership and performance. You may see someone who does not define clear positive goals or does not inspire collaboration or not engaged. They want to be told what to do and are generally letting others take charge. These types of leaders act like managers and may not be visible, tend to work in silos. DeWitt describes negotiators as having a high value of partnership but a low value of performance. Negotiators like to build consensus and may seem to inspire collaboration, but it might often be through private conversations or having a meeting after the meeting, not necessarily including everyone in the process. DeWitt describes regulators as having a high value of performance, but not the same value and focus on partnership. These leaders tend to define goals and dictate what should be done for others, but not give constructive feedback. These are the leaders that you can see like to really be in control and drive an agenda, are really focused on compliance and mandates around accountability, but does not inspire true partnership. And finally, we have collaborators. Collaborators value both partnership and performance. They focus on strategic, data-driven goals and value growth and progress towards performance goals, but they also value partnership and relationships. Collaborators prioritize co-constructing goals with staff. They're driven by open communication, transparency, and enjoy learning from those that they work with. Collaborators are visible to everyone and give everyone a say or a voice. If it's supportive to you, please take some time to pause the video here and reread and reflect on these descriptions. Shifting away from top-down leadership structures to collaborative leadership structures requires a shift in mindset. Your STAC provides valuable language around the mindset of community school leaders, describing it as a shared commitment to distributing power and uplifting the voices of groups who have historically been excluded. Collaborative leaders focus on relationship building, practice deep listening, focus on building a safe environment on a foundation of trust, and participate in ongoing self-reflection. To close out this portion of our learning, we would love for you to pause the video here and reflect on the following questions. Think about a leader who made a positive impact on you. What did they say or do that you really valued? You may also consider what type of leader you aspire to be or that you hope to see at your school site. You're welcome to discuss with your group, or if you are completing this independently, feel free to reflect in a way that is supportive to your learning style. Take as much time as you need, and when you are ready, join us back for part 4.